N2IO.com is one of my favorite websites for checking amateur radio satellite passes. It is a wonderful site which is currently tracking about 29,000 objects in orbit. Of course, I am interested only in LEO Earth orbit satellites, especially those with an amateur radio FM voice repeater. Occasionally, I do check new satellites with digipeater and SSTV transmissions as well. I use the path direction displayed on the website to point my fixed Moxon Yagi in the appropriate direction to maximize the chance of working other amateur radio stations through voice repeaters on satellites. Though I typically point the antenna towards the point of maximum elevation azimuth, sometimes I do point differently if I expect certain stations to come up in a different direction, like pointing more northward in a path coming from the Indian Ocean on the western side, where there are not many operators on the southern side. Most useful feature which I have found is the prediction of passes for the coming 10 days. It helps me to plan my operations as well as to guide new operators on suitable passes in the coming days, especially of International Space Station, which is good for a beginner in LEO satellite communications. It also tells us the visible passes in case someone in your family wishes to have a glimpse of the space station sailing across your night sky like a bright star. It is often quite a thrilling experience for kids at home. That is usually in high elevation passes soon after sunset or just before sunrise, when the sunlight gets reflected off the space station and makes it visible to the unaided eye, provided it is not obscured by clouds, buildings or trees. If you click on the map and details link, you will get the map showing direction of pass with times as shown initially. To get accurate results, your Maidenhead grid square has to be entered initially. Otherwise, the grid of your internet service provider may be used, which need not be same as yours. Alternatively, you can give latitude and longitude of your location. You can find satellites using the search facility at the top of the page. Alerts can be set up for different satellites, and there is option to check another grid which is not yours. It is not mandatory to give email ID and mobile number, though you might as well give them if you please. Usually, only username and password are needed to start using the website. Verification question and answer can be set initially. This screen will appear when you click on Change near the Observing Coordinates on the 10-day prediction page shown earlier. There is also a live animation of the satellite path along the Grey Line world map in the initial page. Details like NORAD ID, international code, perigee, apogee, inclination, period, and semi-major axis are also listed. Types of transponders, their uplink and downlink frequencies, tone required for access, two-line or Keplerian elements needed for tracking in software, and launch details are also available. There are also good articles to read on the homepage regarding space and satellites. There are probably more features which I am not aware of, which you might discover on detailed survey of the website. Overall, I find N2IO.com a very useful website for space and satellite enthusiasts.